journey. Let the music ease your soul, grab a spliff and start burning. Relax with us and take a trip to the heavens and come and spend a day in the 757. Hydro, the bass and blunts I smoke. That's exactly what I need.
What up, everybody? It's your boy D. It's Luis Cortez Jr., and we are here for another live episode. We got a packed house. I said, make sure you grab a seat because the seats are filling up. Keebler wanted to come over here with the joke, so I said, shut up, puto, before I boot you. And then YouTube didn't let it go through in the chat. So anyway, that was my comment. All right, Keebler. So the Drews are here. Can't get started without the Drews. Luis Cortez Jr. is here, literally right there. So yeah, I don't know where we want to get started, but today, Luis, I'll be completely honest. I am going to rely heavily on you. I have a few stories. And yes, Andrew, is this a show that talks about tablespoons? That's what we're about to do. We're talking about baking. It's a baking show. So, yeah, Luis, where do you want to... Oh, and the reason why I started off the show with Jordyn Doesn't Know is because Jordyn doesn't know a lot of things that they went ahead and talked about this week, right? They did a quiz with her. Urkel, growing pains, all that good stuff. So we'll get into that later. But, Luis, where do you want to go?
What's up, fools? What's up, everybody? Happy Martes from Luis in Las Vegas. Yeah, I just wanted a quick shout out to, all the veterans for sure, bro. I wear my America shirt today for anyone who can see out there or future world. It's Abe Lincoln riding a dinosaur. It's my 4th of July shirt, but just wanted to pay my respects to everyone who serves out there, without great country. And like Covino said it best, I can't do that shit either. I'm not that. I think I'm macho, but I'm not that macho. So my hat's off literally to all those women and men and everyone who still serves and has served. We appreciate you. And because of them, we can do what we're doing now and everything else. So go America. But damn, bro, is that a world premiere or what? A song? I don't think I've heard that song before, right?
Yeah, Jordyn Doesn't Know. That was a world premiere, and there might be a video coming with it. I don't know yet, but yeah, you guys got a little sneak peek about that. But there's still some things that have to be done to the music. I mean, I got to get back in the studio. I got to have Handsome Gabe re-record that little riff at the end. So, but there's a lot of things going, a lot of moving parts. But Jordyn Doesn't Know is going to be. I don't know if Jordyn Doesn't Know might be the new intro to the after show. Jordyn Doesn't Know. Every time we start this, we'll be in a good mood. It's happy. It's Luis Cortez Jr. approved with The Rock. I don't know, man. But anyway, yeah. So you know what? And you said it's your 4th of July shirt, but today it's your Veterans Day shirt because that thing is on point, dog. That thing is super on point. So what happened?
I like to dress up.
What happened during the week that you want to talk about?
Nothing, but one thing real quick about Jordyn Doesn't Know. So I missed Monday's show and I'll talk about that later. I was the backles with trying to get home and flying into shit show right now. For anyone who flies or is dealing with that shit, it's a pain in the ass. So I actually missed Monday's show and I haven't caught it. I caught today's live. So what was going on? I heard you mention. Did you watch it? Did you hear it? What happened on Monday? I saw that she stepped in for Rich, I think.
Yeah. So she went ahead and let me go back to over here. So Jordyn, actually, I don't know who knew, but the day Monday pops up and it's like where you seen Rich's big old head and we see Jordyn's little head. And we were like, everybody was kind of like, what the hell is going on? But yeah, she sat in. It was a good show. Yeah, they were talking about a Kim Kardashian show that I guess the world is speaking about, but not because of anything good. There's a Kim K show that has premiered on like Hulu or something, and it's apparently one of like the worst shows of all time. And I guess Jordyn's arm actually makes a cameo in the show. So she said she had done some like background work or something for that show. And the clip they used was actually only the clip of her arm. And she was like, man, it sucks because she said that like some PA walked up to him and was like, hey, I need the girl with the dark brown hair, which is Jordyn, because there was like a girl, I guess, closer to like a blonde. And that girl got up and went with him. And, the dude don't give a fuck. He's just like, here, they told me to get you. So he came and really just took whoever went with him. So then fast forward to the show, there's a clip that is like played where they're showing Kim and they show like the background or whatever. And the clip that they showed where it was Jordyn's arm, it was like a full shot of the other chick. Jordyn was supposed to be the other chick on how like they sat them or whatever. So she was like, that is weak, man. So, but it was cool. They actually, they played a game with her where, Covino showed her different things from like our childhood, or really from when you and I were babies, but when Covino was like a kid, right? So that he showed her like, it was Urkel. She recognized Urkel, but she didn't know it was the name, the Family Matters show. What were some other ones? If you guys remember in the
Like
chat,
TGIF Friday, I'm assuming that kind of stuff, right? Boy Meets World and shit like that.
Kind of, but Boy Meets World was a little more her
Family
era.
Matters.
It was like Family Matters. What else did they show? They showed Dave
Step by
Coulier.
Step.
So yeah, they showed
Okay,
Dave Coulier from Full House, so, Joey.
Kramer.
They showed Kramer. She did not know Kramer. I
Friends.
was
I know.
blown away that she didn't know Kramer, because my wife was born the same year as Jordan. And I mean, maybe it's because I have it on all the time, but I'm like, I feel like that's kind of a pop culture, like, even if you don't know who he is, you would know, oh, that's Kramer from that show. But to give Jordan a little bit of credit, I remember I had showed my mom an episode. I was like, you've got to at least watch like one episode before you fucking die. And so I put on an episode, and then my sister, she's a little younger than Jordan, she was like, yeah, I've never seen that. And my mom was like, I don't know any of the characters. My mom didn't even know like George or like anybody. So, I mean, I guess it really was like maybe our generation and a little bit older that it really hit, because I didn't watch that shit growing up. To me, that was some corny old white people shit. And then after I like was in like my close to 30s, then I was like, I'll check this shit out. And I watched it a couple of times, and then I watched the whole series, and I've watched it a million times since. But growing up, if it wouldn't have been for that rewatch that I did, actually my buddy Johnny that I started the after show with, he was the one who actually tipped me off and was like, oh no, you should watch a couple episodes. It's pretty dope. The rest is history. But yeah, there was things like that Jordan didn't know. So, yeah. Jordan
One thing
doesn't
for
know.
me is like some things I think I was around, and I think like a big factor for me on maybe why Luis wouldn't know was like cable or money shit. Like if it was on cable, bro, like nope, never. I might have been around, I never watched it. Like we never afforded cable, but like I might have seen it because the homie had cable, or I went to his house, you know. But like as far as me being able to watch it, that was a big deciding factor. I'm like, nah, I never seen that show. Oh, it was on cable. I'm like, yeah, but we didn't have cable, but because I used to watch TV and I used to watch a lot of that shit growing up, but. I guess,
So
was she better than Rich already, or what?
what
Does the people say? I mean, I feel like just by what she looks, she has to be better than Rich, right?
well, you know what I would say, hold on, let me see if I have this in the, okay. No, what I liked about Jordan sitting in is that we got to see kind of like the dynamics of her and Covino's relationship. So, you know, you get to hear Covino's side of things, and once in a while, you know, you see Jordan on like a behind the velvet rope or whatever the case is, right? But to see their dynamics in person, where Covino, like when they were talking about Kim Kardashian, and Covino, everybody knows he has like a mad crush on her from like back in the day. And so Covino was like, yeah, you know, she's one of the most beautiful women like of our generation. So beautiful. And he just kept going into that. And Jordan sitting on the other side, like, and then Covino goes, Covino's like, don't get mad. He's like, I'm still here for you or whatever. And he throws like his little joke. But it's cool to see their dynamics because like, I don't know. You just think like, oh, is she the kind that will like have a cow if he talks about some other chick? And especially they're in the industry where they might cross paths and knowing how big of a crush he has on, you know, Kim. But then again, there's her Zac Efron one, so it kind of goes both ways, I guess. But that was my favorite part, was to see those dynamics.
Oh, Zac Efron's a momia now. That fool looks ridiculous.
Yeah, I would still look like him, but she's a treat.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of money, food, and Botox, and you'll be right there, bro. Work on your tan a little bit, but you got it.
Dog, I just need some Ozempic, some Botox, some fucking face sculptor fucking surgeries.
No mas.
Oh, no mas. Doug, you know what? It's funny. So, did you ever watch Full House growing up or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember Gia? Gia was Stephanie's best friend.
Yeah.
So
what did she look like? Where did she wear like coveralls, or what was her outfit?
Yeah. That was like her kind of her shit.
Like her look. Yeah.
I had the biggest crush on her growing up. Biggest crush. I thought she was like she was like the perfect amount of trash and the perfect amount of like pretty, like to where she wasn't too pretty where I'm like, I can't get her, but she wasn't too trashy where I was like, oh no, this bitch like takes a bath outside. It was just like the perfect mix of like what I dug, you know? So I was like, this shit's dope. Now, fast forward years later, I see her on social media and she does like a lot of stuff with like the Full House reboot and all that good stuff, whatever. And I'm like, dog, what the fuck happened to her? Because I still think she's hot, but not like when I was a kid. Like when I was a kid, I thought she was like it. And I was like, what the hell has like changed? Dog, it's all the Botox and shit that she's like pumped into her face. She just has like very like stiff face and like fucking like big old lips. Like they fucking pumped like, and I was like, this is just a shell of the woman that I used to know. You know what I'm saying? This isn't the Gia I met in high school. You know, this is the Gia, like the pumped up AI version of Gia that as she ages thinks this is going to make her look better. But I think it actually was counterproductive and made her look worse because obviously she's still like in great shape. She knows, you know, how to take care of herself. But I think all the stuff she's doing to her face to try to maintain kind of did her a little worse.
That shit gets overcooked quick, bro. And like you're seeing it, I mean, people get, I feel like addicted, or like once you do it, like I just feel like there's no coming back, bro. It's like, and some of them look hideous, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm old school, so I'm more of a natural guy and shit. But you know, to each their own. I see people saying she's a treat. I'm assuming they're talking about about Jordyn. I've actually had the pleasure to meet her a couple times, and you know, I mean, she's beautiful and obviously smart and very talented and all that. But she's super down to earth and like, I mean, a lot of you see the who's seen that hot girl to crazy matrix, you know what I mean? Like there's unicorns everywhere in between. Like and I don't know, I'm not gonna get in their business, but she seems like really smart and really put together for as beautiful as she is. Who knows what if she breaks the charts there when it comes to crazy, but hopefully not for their sake. But she is hella nice and she's really good, and she's obviously I see people saying that Covino needs to put a baby in her, but that's crazy.
You know what?
Crazy.
Freaking what's his face? Fucking Carl Reinhardt. He said Covino ain't getting any younger. He needs to put some Nino or get some Ninos out of her. And that goes for both of them. I mean, because she's not 25 anymore. Like when Covino met her, you know. So, I'm sure she wants to. Her biological clock is ticking, just like Covino's actual clock is ticking. You know what I'm saying? So
he's getting more canas every day. He's getting more canas. But hey, real quick on the old school stuff, you were talking about Family Matters. I've seen someone post on the Carlos page about, is it Suzanne Summers?
Oh yeah,
Step by Step. Like how, hey man, I used to like think the daughter was hella hot, and now that I've seen the show again, whatever, like mom was where it's at. Like there was a lot of those shows too, right? And I agree with whoever that was. I don't remember.
It was
shout out.
It was
short out. But,
Aaron. It was Aaron.
Yeah, all right.
Aaron Admire. Aaron Admire. I remember because I saw that post. So if you guys missed the post, I'll check a little bit about the feedback real quick. Probably because you're obsessed with Topanga. Topanga didn't go all crazy with the Botox, all right, Andrew? So over here, and obsessed is a little strong, all right? I just told my daughter, hey, I go, mommy said if she ever divorces me, I get to marry Topanga, right? And I didn't know she was going to go and tell my wife. One day my wife was like, hey, I never said you can marry Topanga if we get divorced. I was like, if we're divorced, it ain't none of your business. But anyway, if he waits any longer,
it's not her choice.
If he waits any longer, he'll be like Al Pacino having a kid. Right. But you know, I guess where you're kind of going with that, Luis, is so those people, right, that we grew up digging, now as adults, you're like, wait, the parents were hot, right? Because that's what Aaron was saying.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorites now looking back?
Well, you know, it's funny because a lot of those shows are the same that I grew up with, but even like Family Matters, like everyone wanted, I mean, not Family Matters, Married with Children. The daughter was always hot, right?
Kelly Bundy.
Yeah, I mean Kelly Bundy, but you were a teenager, she was a teenager, like whatever. That's kind of what you dig. But I mean, her mom was pretty hot, and even like as she grew up in different shows and different movies, like she was.
Well, did you watch Sons?
That's their mom for Married with Children. Like what the fuck?
Sons of Anarchy. She was
bro.
Gemma, right? And then Katie Segal, right? So she was Gemma, but on Married with Children, Peggy was her name. So, and they had her all like sexed up. They had like the push-up bra and the big hair and the heels. And I feel like she even overdid like the walking in that show and Married with Children. Oh, that was where it stemmed from. Thank you, Luis. That's where it stemmed from because I think Covino had made a joke with Jordyn when they were watching the Kim Kardashian show because Ed O'Neill is on it. So Covino made a joke about fucking Al Bundy. And Jordyn was like, who? And he was like, Al Bundy? Like, fucking, what do you mean, who? And
she probably thought Ed Bundy or Ted Bundy, the fucking serial killer.
For real, right?
Or Ed Gein, or yeah.
So, so her mind was probably like, who the hell are you talking about? But then that's when Covino decided to play the game. But the mom from Married with Children, that's a good one. I'm trying to think of.
Even though, like, I've always been like a punker goth like guy, but in your show with Topanga, what was the punker girl name, like the rocker chick? Was it Corey's girlfriend, or she tried to date him in between Topanga, or he was dating Sean? It was your show, right? So you know.
Well, it depends,
she wear, like,
because
choker.
It depends because there was TK, who was Harley Keiner's little sister. On the show, her name was TK. She wore like a leather jacket. She was like a little rocker chick. But between, or who are you? Oh, I know. No, you're thinking about she played Lauren, the one that he cheated on like Topanga with at the lodge.
Yeah, she wore like a little choker, and like the old school little plastic one. She was kind of like, she had that same vibe.
Well, Lauren, she was actually. Did you ever watch Freaks and Geeks or no?
Nah.
Freaks and Geeks was my shit. She was Lindsay Weir. She was one of the main characters on that show. Linda Cardellini is her name, and she actually has been on a few shows recently. And she's one that I feel like has aged gracefully. I don't see a whole lot of like Botox and shit in her. And she still looks fine, like when we were kids.
Talking about who looks fine and busted and all, it's kind of all one and the same. And I think it was on the Carl's page again too. But you see that Tara Reid picture where she looked like busted, and I think it ended up being AI, but it was super fake, and she looked like shit. But I mean, she doesn't look too far off of that nowadays. But damn, she used to be fine as hell too, right? I mean, she's been through a lot herself too. But I mean, I remember American Pie. Everyone wanted Tara Reid and shit, or Van Wilder, all those movies. She was a dime piece. And now, I mean, don't tell me wrong. She came by my house or asked me out. I'd be like, let's go, baby. I mean, I take Dorothy home. I wouldn't. I take her home. But, she hasn't aged very well.
There was, I was never really a fan of her, to be honest. I was, around that time, I was into like Britney Spears and like all like the little poppy people that the world told you to like, But I remember one time Tara Reid. So she dated Carson Daly, right, the host of TRL, and one day she's on as a guest, and they had broke up already, and she was like, somebody made a joke about her being Hollywood, like very Hollywood, and she was like, I'm not Hollywood. She goes, right, Carson, and he goes, so coming in at number, and she was like, oh, and the whole audience was like, oh, dang, because she always looked like a fucking handful, right? And I'm not saying Carson Daly was a prince, but looking back, you're like, oh shit, man. And now she's been through the ringer. Oh my goodness. But I was never a huge fan of her, but it's because my tastes were a little more like vanilla, kind of like, to me, I guess she was like a little out there, and I was more of like the pop,
my favorite,
fucking kind of like.
More conservative.
I not even conservative. Well, I guess because I like Lizzie McGuire.
More put together.
More, but
yeah, Lizzie McGuire. Oh my god, I used to love Lizzie McGuire. Now
still, and she's another one. She's my age, well, our age, right? And she's aged gracefully, and she's like,
wait, that's Hillary Duff, right?
Yeah.
Lizzie McGuire was her name on the show, but yeah.
Let me see. You like the girl next door type, D. I think that's what it was, like, especially when I was young. Was like that girl next door type that was like that Britney Spears. And I honestly didn't even care for Christina Aguilera because she was a little too wild. I liked.
Oh, see, that's me. I'm more that.
Well, I mean, as you grow up, right, and you become a man.
Even then, bro. I've been mischievous since I was young.
Yeah, well,
like
see,
trouble.
And for me, I was like I liked Beyonce, I liked Britney Spears, I liked Kelly, the Pink Power Ranger, right? Who was also Susie Q, right? And that was all my shit, but it was very like, do you remember the band or group black.
Nah, I
It
can't.
was these three black chicks. They were basically like a Destiny's Child ripoff, and it's so fucking funny, dog. So I thought the main singer was hot, and she's this fucking like little skinny black chick with the fucking gap in her teeth, right? And she had a lisp, right, dog. I saw some dude on TikTok like remaking the video. You know how like they'll put like a wig on and shit and like do the video or whatever. This dude was like, it was like they had a song that was like, I'm tired of all these fellas calling me, or some shit like that. But she has a lisp. So the dude, even when he's like lip syncing the video, he's fucking doing like a hardcore tongue in the fucking video. Dog, it was fucking hilarious. And
That's fucked up.
but yeah, I guess that was since I was like in the TRL world, that was where most of my crushes were. But yeah, I don't know. Looking back, Kelly
Yeah.
Kapowski always was fine. As I grew up, I started to appreciate Lisa Turtle more. I was like, damn,
Oh,
she
yeah.
was fucking beautiful looking back.
She got stacked. She was stacked too.
And then fucking Jessie Spano, they didn't do her no fucking justice by giving her that nappy ass hair and fucking making her 12 feet tall and shit. You know what I'm saying?
For real. Yo, I see e-bikes talking about Married with Children having a reunion potentially in January. Is it like a show or e-bikes? I don't know if you're still on there, but is it like a new show or for the day or something, or maybe a convention? And I don't know, isn't Christina Applegate have some kind of like she's all fucked up too now? She went from being hot and not, that sucks. That's just life.
But
If she
I
got some
think
crazy
she has some
like
disease or some shit, right?
disability or
Yeah.
what's that?
She
She has
had
like MS, or I don't want to put something on her, but I know she has some like crippling shit that's like super debilitating.
yeah. And that was Kelly Bundy, wasn't it? Christina Applegate?
No, that's Kelly Bundy. I know her from Cruel Intentions too, right? Like,
Okay.
but yeah,
What else? Tara looking like a baseball mitt. Yeah.
for real.
You need to have a Boy Meets World podcast. You know what? Andrew, I could 100% have a Boy Meets World podcast because I can quote. You know what? Me and my sister would probably, and Don. You know what? If me and Don and even Tommy, we got to do one then. All right, that's it. Next podcast, me, Don, Tommy, and my sister, because fucking I think I told the story, Luis, but I'll just retell it. So fucking I meet Tommy at the DBC in fucking Vegas, and Tommy's over here telling me about how much he loved fucking Boy Meets World. And I go, are you serious? I go, I thought it was just fucking Don, because in the comments and shit, Don will always like fucking, we'll be talking back and forth about it. So I thought she was the one because she's about my age. I think she's like a year older than me. Well,
Don Covino.
yeah. So Tommy was like,
Yeah,
nah,
okay.
bro. He was like, that was my fucking shit too. Yeah, dude, that shit was my shit. And then when we were at the actual fucking like little dinner portion or whatever, he was telling me about all this shit he wanted to do to Topanga and how fucking bad she is. And then my sister was right here, and he looked and he got all embarrassed. Because you know how the Covinos have that respect shit about you don't talk a certain way like around women, or you don't do this or that. So it was funny because like Tommy just like fucking turtled as soon as he saw that. My sister was right here hearing all the shit he wanted to do to Topanga.
I like turtles. Did you see his video today? With I like tortas.
I
That
like
shit was
tortas.
fucking hilarious, bro. That was hilarious. I met her for the first time there too, and I was chopping it up with him. That fool was hilarious, bro. And he had his girlfriend, and she was cute too, and everyone was talking shit. But it was a good dude, man. It was so easy to talk to too, like I feel like it's that brown, but he was a good dude, bro. Good to meet.
If I'm not mistaken, e-bike guy is Jeff Manning, right? So Jeff, let me know if I'm wrong about that. But he said that they're doing. Did you already read that comment about they're doing a live kind of sit down together? So,
Okay, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, they're not.
Busy like a day shit. So she might be there because, like I said, she has whatever's going on.
Okay, so
Yeah, he said yeah.
okay, but man, what else happened this week that oh, you know what? I'm trying to see if I have one or two more sitcom moms. Lori Loughlin, I was hella into, which was Aunt Becky on Full House. Let me see. A lot of people are saying Maggie Seaver or Maggie Malone from Growing Pains. Even now, I'm like, that bitch looks like she's fucking 75 and in 1982. So that really wasn't my shit. Let me see who else. We hit the Saved by the Bell cast. I think that's pretty much it. Well, the mom from Boy Meets World was hot. The one who played the mom.
What
Amy.
about wasn't there a couple cute girls on Home Improvement? Or no, let's just no. Oh yeah, well, she wasn't really a mom, but the assistant for a while was Pamela Anderson, then Heidi. Well, her name was Heidi on the show, but even when they replaced her, the one they replaced her, man, she was fucking smoking too.
Yeah,
Home Improvement.
I think Lisa was Pam Anderson, and then they
Yeah.
changed it to Heidi, which was
Yep.
I forgot her fucking name, but
She was hot.
yeah, no, I thought she was bad. I thought she was even badder than Pam Anderson when they replaced her with Heidi. I was like, oh hell yeah. I thought, I don't know, maybe it was just I had like more of a thing for brunettes when I was younger, maybe. Because I thought she was bad.
Who's Winnie Cooper?
Winnie Cooper, she was on The Wonder Years. Kevin Arnold's love interest.
Okay.
Danica McKellar.
What would you do? I used to love that intro. Had the car. That was the song, right?
Do you know the band that sang the original version of the song?
Yeah, I have it. It's something, isn't it?
No,
like Rich. I don't remember.
Okay, Joe Cocker is the one that sings it on the show. But there was an original band. Do you know the original band?
Nope. If I was in the pain cave, bro, my nuts would be chopped off.
Really?
I thought it was Crocker. That's what I was gonna get. That's what my brain was thinking. But that's what I thought. So
no,
pain cave death.
Well, you know what? We'll leave it for the people in the chat if anybody wants. And when you see it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, damn!" Even though I don't think you were a fan of this band, iconic, I would say, to say the very least. But yeah, Wonder Years was another show, dog. I watched so much fucking TV when I was a kid, dog. Like, TV and fucking music when I was a kid, dog, was everything I fucking did. I was learning fucking Backstreet Boys dances and watching Boy Meets World over and over, dog. So I went hard on all kinds of shit. So if you go to that fucking era, dog, my fucking knowledge is pretty fucking hard. Nobody's guessing.
You were on that TRL shit, right? You were watching the videos on there trying to replicate what they were doing and shit.
Well, dog, like fucking TRL, they had, do you remember the band Orgy?
Nah, I didn't.
There was a band called Orgy, and their biggest song was Blue Monday, and it was a remake of How Does It Feel to Treat Me Like You Do? But it was like a fucking hardcore ass rock version. It was pretty fucking bad, but that was their biggest fucking song at the time. But yeah, fucking, that was where I discovered Limp Bizkit. I remember when I saw Nookie for the first time, I was like, this dude had his big puffy jacket with his red hat, and I was like, and then Wes Borland over there with his fucking face paint and shit. I was like, oh shit, he
still looks badass. Have you seen how they've been jamming out lately? I mean, they kind of came back. They never went away, but they had a lot of bad juju when a lot of people said they fucked up Woodstock. Like, they were the reason that a lot of that shit ended. I think it was way more than that. And you can ask, everyone has their opinion, but that was a big thing that kind of loomed over Limp Bizkit for a while. That they had that stigma, but I mean, they were fucking badass. But they've been recently traveling and touring. I think it's been over, but I know when I talked to Covino about Sick New World that's coming up here next year, we were just talking about who Hope was there, and he was talking about Hope Limp Bizkit. I'm like, I've never seen them live, so that'd be pretty sick. And those were the ones. I know we talked music a little bit last week. That was another people that were on my list too, who I used to listen to growing up and shit.
I used to love those dudes. And then Limp Bizkit, who else was around that time? So check this shit out. I remember, since I did watch in fucking TRL, they had the edited version. Do you remember Limp Bizkit in Together Now with Method Man?
I can't say it.
It was the song was like Everybody in Together Now. It was like the hook, right? So Korn was fucking bad, but on the In Together Now song, it was edited on TV. So my sister, at the time I'm like 12, right? Say she's like fucking 5 or 6. Dog, she would walk around the house, everybody in Together Now, shifana. Because it would go, shut the fuck up. But it was fucking edited.
That was like the twisted.
So it was like they would take
version.
The words and basically fucking chop them up in that, like, right? So it would be like, right? So it's like everybody in Together Now. And my sister, being like fucking kindergarten, was walking around going, everybody in Together Now. Shifana.
That's the lyric, bro. That's
dog.
The lyric. I mean, you don't know any better.
That's nothing, dog. In 6th grade, I got the Chronic 2001. Track 3. was called Fuck You. I don't know if you remember. I just want to fuck bad bitches. All them nights I never had bitches. All up in that ass bitches, right? So my sister again, dog, when I was in 6th grade, she was in kindergarten. So dog, I remember my brother driving us wherever the fuck we were going, and I would be fucking riding passenger, and my sister in the back, she would be like this, I just want to fun you. She thought I said fun you. So she would be in the back seat. I just want to fun you. Shiffana.
Just jamming.
Dog,
West Coast.
No, and then, dog, one more of my sister, and I'll fucking lay off this. But fucking Usher, it's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top. According to her, foosing the feast. Instead of cruising the streets, dog. Fucking, she just made up her own fucking lyrics all the time and ran with them, dog. It was fucking
so innocent.
Yeah,
it's good, man.
Foosing the feast.
What is she not? What is she like now? Probably not the same.
She's a lot more reserved than I am. A lot more fucking chill. Her fucking music though, knowledge is hella like through the roof. I was talking to Andrew Sims. I was like, hers is really. She knows a shit ton of music. But because of her age, she knows like shit that I don't know. Like I know a couple like red, what is it? The red jumpsuit apparatus or whatever.
Yeah, red jumpsuit.
Right. So she knows like more of that kind of shit or Big Time Rush and shit where like she went hard as fuck on Hannah Montana. And I was like, it was like chick shit and it was kid shit. And I was like, you know, the kid shit that I liked was shit from when I was a kid and I just never grew out of it. But she went like hard. So she can go fucking hard on like Victorious and all those Nick shows that were kind of after my time, but she turned out to be a fucking a cool dude or cool chick or whatever.
Ray Raptor, I don't know if you heard. I don't know if it was last week or the week before that. I mentioned in one of these episodes that I got to meet. I seen you talk about Pantera. I got to meet Vinnie Paul in Texas. I don't remember what year it was. It's probably been a while. It's probably been 6, 7, 8 years. I know he passed away several years ago, but yeah, I went down there for I'm a Charger fan, but I was down there and for Thanksgiving, the Chargers actually played the Cowboys in Texas for Thanksgiving. Was 8 years ago now?
Mm-hmm.
And we won, whatever, it was a good time. And then on the way back, when I was flying back from the airport I live in Vegas, so I was flying back from Dallas to Vegas, and he was there. So I actually had the pleasure of meeting Paul, which was pretty badass. If you're a Pantera fan, I'm sure that you're probably jealous, but
was anybody
pretty badass?
How was it? Because like when Covino met like Paul Stanley or whoever the fuck he met at like the ice cream place, nobody gave a fuck. How was it? Were people surrounding him, or was it more just kind of like you're like, hey, Vato, I know what's up, like?
Yeah, because like that fool. I mean, if you had to see him and know him, but he did kind of stand out because that fool was wearing like a fucking like a suit jacket, like a blazer, but it was like purple. But like fleece, like it just looked like this was like a payaso or a rock star.
Yeah.
Like who the fuck wears this, right? Or maybe even a pinche foto because he just looked a little. And you're like, who wears this shit?
Done.
You know? And then I looked at him, I'm like, that fool's famous. Like I know that fool, and then I'm like, who the fuck is? And I started seeing him, like it's fucking Vinnie fucking Paul and shit. Like he didn't dress like that, looked like that era, but Vinnie Paul for me was Pantera. Vinnie Paul, he was fucking old as fuck now, and he played for Hell Yeah. I mean, he still looked the same, but just before they fucking didn't wear clothes at all, they would fucking jam out, basically half naked, and be fucked up. So like, that caught my eye. That was like the big factor. There wasn't a big. I was just at the bar, like having a fucking beer, waiting to get on my flight, and he just showed up, and he had like I think a security guy, and like maybe his homie or whatever that were just kind of flying with him, but. I don't like being that fucking cocksucker. So I hate taking pictures of people like that. Like, they're fucking humans, bro. And he's just trying to get a beer and shit.
Did you take a picture? Did you just say what's up?
I did. He asked me, and I was like, "If you're cool with it," and then he was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, I try to buy him a drink because I'm like, "Hey, I just want to like say thank you and like pay my dues here." And he's like, "Bro, I got a fucking jet plane, fucking full of alcohol. Like, I'm good. I appreciate the gesture, but it was still badass to like." We would talk shit a little bit because he was a Cowboy fan, so it was good to talk shit a little bit. But yeah, it was pretty dope.
Was he like, wait, Luis Cortez Jr., Covino Rich listener, Luis? And you're like, all right, dog, if you want a picture, I guess we could take one.
Sheesh.
Oh, fuck, that's
cool.
Cool.
Talking about flying, that's what I was trying to say earlier, bro. If anyone's fucking flying or any future dude right now, hopefully that shit gets figured out because, I mean, I do a lot of flying for work, and I just flew to Cali to go out to Chargers beat the Steelers, and that shit was rough. Fucking flight got canceled 2 to 3 times, rebooked. That flight Southwest, so it was easy, but still a pain in the ass. I spent all day Monday trying to fucking fly back home, and that's why I missed the show. I was just like fucking around trying to catch up on meetings, work, trying to fucking get a flight, and it was kind of pain in the ass. But like, give yourselves enough time out there. If you're anyone who's traveling, you should be prepared, and hopefully this government bullshit gets fixed sooner than later.
I'm hoping it gets fixed in the next month because we're supposed to go to Missouri and fucking we're in Arizona right now. We're supposed to go to Missouri for Christmas, and I'm like, oh fuck, dog. I'm not trying to go across the country just to get a bunch of fucking headaches. I have my travel ID now. I didn't have it the last time I flew, and I was just like, I thought it was gonna be some big old deal. And the dude was like, when I was in Chicago, they were like, oh, they're like, you don't have a travel ID? And the dude was like, I was like, no. And the dude's like, oh, hey, you need to get one. I was like, all right. And then he let me through. I was like, okay, cool. I know Covino, when he traveled without one, he had a hell of a time with it was a hassle.
You're dealing with, yearly holiday season rush and flights and bullshit anyway. So I think, that plus potentially this shit's still lingering on of the government shutdown. But even if it gets figured out, like it's been disrupted already for a week, it's going to take a week or so for it to kind of get back together. So yeah, hopefully it gets figured out. I mean, it sucks, but it is what it is. It sucks for those people too that are getting fucked. Some of them are working for free, bro. I made sure to tell anyone at the airport I saw them, and man, I appreciate you because like you don't have to fucking be here, and you're basically doing it for fucking free, and you're allowing me still to fucking fly and keep me safe and all that shit. So man, be nice to those people, bro. You never know and shit. And
yeah, no, for sure.
They're literally doing it for free. So kudos to anyone who's out there doing that. Future people or right now that do that, appreciate what you do for us because I need to get fucking back and forth.
Yeah, really. Andrew said every time I fly, there's some kind of delay. I don't 100%. Think
even when there is no bullshit going, there's delays, right? And now this shit is crazy.
Yeah, I can't imagine now. I mean, maybe there's less delays because if you have a flight, there's like, I mean, I don't know, but I don't know. You know what? We'll know in the next week because it's coming weekend. Covino and Rich are flying to Scottsdale.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
So,
I just wanted to shout out Covino and shit and Rich, but Covino I'm gonna tune in here. Starts here soon, I think, in the next 20 minutes. At least his Bato show, right? He's coming out of Mysterious Unearth.
I thought it was Danny
funny with Machete. Wasn't there some shit like last year recently where he got like beat up, or am I remembering the wrong shit? He was like it came out all over the news where like somebody threw some shit at him or something.
No, it was
like a lowrider show.
It was the last couple of years, I would say maybe a year and a half that it actually happened. But dog, whoever's trying to fuck with him, he's literally dog like in his 70s. And he's hard ass fucking Danny Trejo, but dog, he's 70 something, like fucking maybe even 80. So anybody trying to fuck with him, I mean, you got bigger issues,
Yeah, he's a senior citizen, bro. Like you get in trouble not only just because you're fucking with someone, but because he's an old ass dude. And that fool's a legend, bro. I remember, from all kinds of shit. And but hopefully it goes good for the show. I'm gonna check it out. Tune in for anyone who hasn't heard that. Right, Covino's on Mysterious Unearth today, so I'm gonna check that out. See how it is.
Was it Machete that Lindsay Lohan came out in? Because I think so. Well, anyway, one of them, my nana, comes back from the movies, dog, and she's like, Lindsay Lohan's in there. She's like with her chichi showing, and because I think she was like sitting in like a hot tub or something. I never saw it, but from what my nana told me, she was like in a hot tub or something with like her fucking rack just hanging out. And my nana was like, could you believe Lindsay Lohan with her chichi? I was like, I do believe it, especially at the time. I think is when she was going a little fucking buck wild. Fucking Carl Reinhardt's asking, any Carl's going to the game in Scottsdale? Last I heard, I think Wes was going to try to make it out there. And then I know my buddy Luis is going to go because he invited me, but I'm not able to make it because I will
not this guy.
You're not you, my other homie Luis.
Well, so who they playing? Who the fuck the Birds playing?
They're gonna play 49ers. That's why Rich wants to go.
Okay. That's not a bad stadium. I've been there last year. I mean,
they both fucking suck this year. So I'm gonna say the fucking Niners are gonna win. They're a little bit better than the Cardinals this year. So but yeah,
plus they got your second string quarterbacks in there. Jacoby Brissett, which is probably fucking better than the video game midget the Arizona guys have, but whatever. We'll see how that goes.
Dog, speaking of video game, if I played football and they made me put that big ass fucking Blitz 2000 fucking helmet on over your helmet, dog, I would say fuck it. I'm not gonna go out there. Have you seen that shit when somebody has like a concussion or some shit and they fucking throw them back out there and they have to put the big fucking like fabric fucking helmet over their helmet? They look like fucking pendejos out there, dog. It looks fucking stupid.
It's like you look like a fucking bobblehead and shit. It's a protector, I think. I mean, a lot of them, I think it's optional. I don't know if they make them wear it, but I think it's optional. And like, I mean, it does look fucking stupid, but I mean, if it's saving your fucking brain or saving you from being like Antonio Brown, hey, fuck it, bro. I mean, I'd rather look like a bobblehead, or it looks like Rich Davis on any other day, right? But if that's what it takes to keep my fucking noggin safe, bro, I mean, fuck, I'd rather look like a clown out there for what they get paid millions. So what the fuck they give a fuck what they look like?
Fuck that, dog. I'll be shitting in my pants when I'm fucking 50, but I'll be looking cool. I'm not, Doug. Andrew says it wasn't Mauser saying they might not go to the game. He did say that, but that was a couple of weeks ago, and I think by now they did mention today that they are gonna go. So I don't know if that's still kind of up in the air. Like we might go, but they're gonna be able to get tickets. I mean,
it's a fucking Hot Tub Boys party, right?
Yeah, I kept calling them the Hot Boys when they were on here. I felt bad. I couldn't stop. I kept forgetting the name of it, and I just knew it had hot in it and boys. So I kept calling them the Hot Boys, like they're fucking Lil Wayne and fucking all them little fools when they were like 17 and their fucking crew. Keto 50, yo, I'm listening. About to smoke some Rasta 50. Well, what up, Keto? It's been a minute. Man.
Joey, homie, take a toke for us.
Yeah, go ahead and smoke for all your veteran homies. Keto's a veteran, right? If I'm not mistaken. I know he's a cop.
I appreciate you, homie.
So I know he's a cop. I'm not sure he's a veteran, but I think he is, if I'm not mistaken. But I could be. Fucking butter, dude.
This was his wife feel bad. Rich didn't know you were 3 weeks ago.
Wife feel bad. Rich didn't know who the hell you were. That Rich. Oh, Rich. That's all.
Fucking Mickey Mouse Rich.
Yeah.
Yo, real quick, they talked about this earlier, and I just wanted to give my 2 cents. They were talking about how if you ever been fired. I think it was on FX1 actually. When I don't know if anyone listens to that, but they were talking about how the double Sweeney got like a shit can from the Giants.
Oh yeah.
And so they were just talking about how in general, how shit happens, and have you ever been fired or dumped? And what happens from it. And like personally, I think when I used to work at this other company, bro, and I was super, I ended up getting fired. And for me, it was the best shit that ever happened. Nobody likes to get fired. I was young and dumb, and I probably should have left on my own terms. I stayed too long and ended up getting shit canned. But it was the best thing that ever happened to me. It led me to this place I've been at now for fucking 12 years, and I moved up the food chain, and I'm a pretty high ranking guy. So I think anytime anybody faces adversity, it's all about how you come back, you know what I mean? It's what you do with it. And like, I don't like to make the same mistake twice. And I made some mistakes there, and I learned from what I fucking did, so I'll make sure I do that again. But I know people take it the wrong way too, bro. They were talking about how that they basically got let go from Sirius and all that other shit, even from ESPN. And when they had that happen, it was bad timing and contracts and shit. But they were talking about how they persevered, and then someone gave them a shot. Fox Sports 1. Shout out to those guys, and then look where they're at now, bro. They're like leading the pack. I know they were talking about how
and their schedule is like fucking like perfect,
Yeah, and like that, kudos to them, and that worked out for them. And like I said, for me, it worked out too. And it's all about what you when you come back, because that's just never easy, and nobody likes to go through that bullshit. But to me, I use it to drive me, give me that fire, give me that passion. If anything, like a fuck you right back. Look what one man's trash, another man's treasure, motherfucker. So to me, I get to rub it in their face every time, but.
What I'll equate it to is dieting. All right. It's like, all right, when you get fired, it's like you fucking were dieting for a long time, dog, and you were losing all this weight, and then you fucking, you ate some Cheetos, next thing you know, you fucking put on weight again, you're like, fuck. But if you're optimistic, you're like, wait, I lost 60 pounds, I put on 15. Now, fuck it. If I lose 20, I'm still 5 pounds ahead of fucking, you know what I'm saying? So you're like, you got to look at it, be optimistic about it, and be like Gary Vee always says, I love to lose. And you're like, shut the fuck up, you fucking bitch. Nobody fucking likes to lose. But when you really think about it, the winning after the fact makes that victory a little bit sweeter. I was telling my boss today, So this past week has been fucking crazy. And I told Andrew Sims that I would kind of elaborate because he was like, "You good?" Because I kind of been fucking MIA. Well, I had a very important meeting today, and I have something tomorrow. I'm actually gonna stream an event tomorrow for our fucking hospital, right? And I'm like, we have like one fucking hospital here, right? So I'm like, we're not a big place. So I'm like, I'm gonna stream an event tomorrow, and so I have all that shit going on. Fucking, my buddy had hit me up, and he was like, "Hey," he's like, "You want to drive up? I think I told you to Tucson." He wanted me to go see Tom Segura with him, the fucking comedian. So I do that on fucking Friday. Drive up Friday. We have a dope ass night. Saturday I drive back because my wife has an event for her company. She has a cheer company, and they have a big ass event on Sunday. So she's like, "You need to get back on Saturday early because we got to do shit for." So then Sunday came, dog. So fucking my days have been like boom, 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 boom. And then I was telling my boss today, I was talking to her, and she's fucking cool. And I was like, yeah, I was like, my anxiety has been up here. It was right before the meeting, and I was like, but I know it's gonna be fucking after the fact that much sweeter because I went through all of it, and now I can fucking let my hair down a little bit and breathe. And sure enough, the meeting's over. I got fucking some good, feedback on it, and I was just like, oh, thank God. You just feel so much better. So sometimes you have to go through those shitty moments in life, smill, according to Tickle Sack, right? Those shitty moments in life, so you can have the good ones and make them that much more sweeter. You're that much more appreciative of them.
Yeah, for sure, bro. And then hey, that leads me into my Mexican word of the week and shit. All that shit you're talking about, even, you feel a lot of pressure and shit and stress and all that. Either you do it to yourself or maybe they're putting it on you with this organization or whatever. But why did the Mexicans take Xanax?
Why?
For Hispanic attacks.
Hispanic. All right, I have one that I've shared into the chat, but I don't know if I've ever said it. I'm gonna say it right now, even if I have. The the Mexican word of the day is racial, right? Racial. Everybody's heard the word racial, right? So a lot of people liked Phoebe on Friends, but my favorite was racial. Right? Racial?
Let's go, bro. Hey,
racial?
If it was Jordyn, she wouldn't know what the fuck you were saying.
Yeah, she would have been like, I don't get it.
We would have just flown over it.
Racial, right? Oh, Doug, I fucking my mom came up with one, and it fucking had me rolling, dog. So my mom came up with the Mexican word of the day. Lesbian. Right? Everybody, you guys got jokes. So the Mexican word of the day is lesbian. I hope Covino's listening because he can use this one. I'll give it to him. This is for my mom. This isn't for me. All right. So Luis Cortez Jr. had a job when he was young, and he was bien. And then he got fired, and he became lesbian. lesbian.
Yeah, bro. I was not bien anymore. Couldn't make the payment that no more rent.
Lesbian, he was bien, and then when he got fired, he became lesbian. Damn, I could do these all day, dog. Lesbian. My mom made that one up, so I got to give her, props for that. But dog, earlier you said something about feeling like a fucking joto, or you said pinche joto, Doug. Have you ever? I don't know why, because these headphones, right? I dig them. They're comfortable. But they're white, and I don't like. To me, they're exactly right. So, but Doug, when I got them when we were about to record, because I had other ones right here. I had these ones, and I had these ones. But I prefer the
those
sound.
Rich Davis approved, the ones with the little wire ones, or what?
These ones are actually pretty dope. But I had these ones, but I'm like, I really like these ones. So I was like, fuck it. I was like, I'll put it on. But I go, even though they're fucking jotorific. So that's not a Mexican word of the day, but if you want to take it, you can use jotorific, and it just means like, not my style. If we want to translate.
Hey, you look legit, bro. It looks good.
So
you look the part.
Jotorific. If you guys ever want to use that one, go ahead and give it to you.
Look it up.
But yeah, dog, we're already getting close to fucking closing time. You have any anything? I mean, we have a few minutes, but just any thoughts you want to wrap up on, or things that I don't know, you've always wanted to share with the world. This is your platinum.
No, I just want to say I appreciate you again, and thanks for anyone who's listening right now or future dudes. Thanks for having me, homie, and anyone who came in late. Once again, a quick shout out to all our veterans out there. We appreciate you, bro. I'm wearing my America shirt for you guys. Thanks for what you guys do again. And then I think on the way out today's show, groundbreaking first release, right? You got a track that you played earlier. Maybe you can play it again for the world premiere here. You heard it, and the band's still, I think, trying to get named. I don't know if you fully put that out there. The band that created behind the music, but
no,
you got a new song for the world out there you can play out. But hey, thanks again. Hopefully, I'll see you next Tuesday, world, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, and appreciate everybody joining the world premiere of Jordyn Doesn't Know here on the after show. Luis, thanks again for joining, and you guys got to check this bad boy out. Peace.
Before her kiss, still can't believe I survived to this. She thinks I'm calm, she thinks I've changed. Baby, my past is a hurricane, yeah!